Good afternoon, YouTube viewers. Hi, this is Will. Des is out to the store, so I'm going to make a short video concerning some things I've been hearing from some of the retired expats here. So, there's many expats who have put faith and trust in Filipina, and to only find that she's cheating on him, talking to other men, and some has gone as far as starting a relationship, and to find that she wasn't honest. I I like to say don't give up. We can't put everything in one box, and many people do. They just figure that they're going to lie, they're going to cheat, they're going to want to spend a lot of money. But you have good and bad no matter where you are. I hear a lot of folk talking about infrastructure here, or noise issues, other things. But you have bad in your country too. I mean, take, you can't just accept the good and not accept the bad. We're here for a reason. So, with regards to deceit, why why would a woman lie to a man? What are some of the reasons? Well, for one, sometimes they lie because they're afraid of you leaving them if you find out the truth. Now, with that being said, we have an obligation to be extremely honest in the beginning. You know, just make a conscious effort to always say what it is that you want and what it is that you cannot or will not accept. That means while you're talking, while you're chatting, before you even meet, you have to talk about that. There's many good women out here that they think that they're less than. They think that they're not good enough, so they tend to exaggerate or hide things. So, what are some of the things they hide? Well, I'm sure most of you know that you have to be specific when asking questions or in the early stages. Let's just call it interviewing. Uh, when you say, "Do you have any children?" Well, if they don't have the children living with them, they're likely to say no. So the better question would be, do you have any children staying anywhere else with an aunt or with a family member? You're likely to get a different answer then, because many uh, Pinays, they live somewhere away from their children. Their children generally stay with family members, and sometimes they're away because of work. But be specific with questions. Uh, Another one that some of you are well aware of. Have you been in a recent relationship? Well, to them, recent relationship means the man that they had children with. They're not counting, little one night stands or dates with the on and off boyfriend back in the province. So the better question is, when was the last time you been with a man sexually? We all, let them know. Say it's not a deal breaker. We all need, that in our lives, or most of us do. So just ask, and you know, try to watch your affect, your body language when you're asking these questions. Try to maintain a level of comfort, because if you look comfortable while asking these questions, and you're not going to sound like the FBI or interrogation. You're just going to, kind of throw in the question, when the right time presents. And try to, maintain your composure. Try to be, you know, positive. Try to make her feel like, we're just connecting. We're getting to know each other, and the more we know about each other, the more likely it is that will form a connection. So no, be as honest as you possibly can when you ask these questions, because this is going to kind of determine if this person is the right fit for you. And because we come with our own baggage, there's some things that we have to accept. It's a good idea to say, well, you know what, I can live with that as long as you uh, commit to not being with anybody again. Or I can deal with the kids as long as you have a plan uh, to, maintain what you're maintaining now. And me personally, I just put the stipulation out there that I'm not here to take care of your family. I have my own family back home, and when they have emergencies or situations from time to time, I have to deal with that. That's always going to be a priority, and you have to let them know that, you know. Uh, while I'm here, and if I'm dating someone or marrying someone or whatever the case may be that you want to do, you're already increasing their quality of life. And as long as you maintain the boundaries and, make sure you let them know that, if you're going to deceive me if I catch you deceiving me once, shame on me. If you deceive me, I'm sorry, once, shame on you. But the second time you deceive me, shame on me. I have a decision to make. Now, for you guys who have esteem problems because of multiple breakups, no, don't. You're still in high demand here. Even if you're older, I don't have hair. I'm 63. I'll be 64 on my birthday. I was fatter when I got here. I lost weight. You lose weight because you do more walking here. I'm not in a rush to get a vehicle because I want to use the opportunity to move about, move around, get to know people more. But you have to remember that don't give up. Don't give up. If you're overweight, don't give up. If you're 70, 75 years old, don't give up. There's a nice woman out there for you. There's some things that we have to do on our end. Again, be confident. Self-care, okay? Let's talk about self-care now. You know, you don't have to look 75. We can't control the bags under our eyes. This thing happening with the neck. But, stay clean. Clean shaven. They love that. Maintain your appearance. Buy better quality t-shirts. Walk more. Lose a little bit of weight. Self-care is going to go a long way here. It really is, especially for those with the low self-esteem. The more you start taking care of yourself, the better you're going to feel. You have to feel right first before you can worry about who or whom's going to come to you. Take care of yourself. They'll see it. They'll see the confidence. And please don't be condescending with them. Don't put yourself on a pedestal and look down to them. Be genuine, be nice, be kind. But at the same time, you're going to establish and maintain boundaries. These are very important interventions. If you maintain boundaries and perform self-care on yourself and just get to know people, if you go to the bar and meet someone, you're going to be with a bar girl. She may change, but she might not. So when she wants to go out with her friends 3, 4, 5 nights a week, what do you expect? Just have a conversation with the girl at the local coffee shop. It's not going to happen right away. Render appropriate greeting every time you see her. Once or twice when she's in line, say at the coffee shops, tell the cashier, "Oh, I'm going to pay for hers as well," and just let her know, "Oh, no strings attached. I just want to do something kind for you." Smile at the people at the grocery store when you grocery shop. And I see a lot of foreigners that look angry. They're at the grocery store. They don't want to make eye contact. I think maybe they think other foreigners want something from them. A lot of foreigners come here to get away from those behaviors and their country, and then they come here, put themselves on a pedestal, and they perform the same behaviors to other foreigners when they get here. It's like this thing that I'm better than this one, and that one's better than that one, and I have more views than you, and I have a better house than you. Stop with the dysfunction. That's not if you came here for that, you should have stayed where you were. It's enough of that competing and crab in a barrel mentality back in our own home countries. Try to be kind. You know, we talk about this all the time. Filipinos are very hospitable people. They really are. Now, some of the women, they have to survive. And some of them will do some things to survive. But once they feel safe with you and they know that you are genuine and you love them, they're not going to want to lose that. When they make that one mistake, shame on them, you make sure you hold them accountable. You make sure accountability is going to be there. And I'm not going to drag this out far, but I just want you guys to not give up. Do not let your steam come down, but at the same token, don't be through the roof either with condescending and mean behaviors. We all can get along and be happy. You know, when I see you on the street, I make eye contact with all foreigners, and some of them, you know, if they don't make eye contact back, then I pretty much, what else can I do? But I'm making eye contact so I can render an appropriate greeting. Good morning, good afternoon, hey buddy. Well, I do the same thing with the locals. You know, I don't ignore them or look down on them. I say, hey, how's it going, big guy? What's up? Everything's good? You know, if I'm in line buying water and it's really hot outside and it's two guys on the side who's not in line getting water, I might buy 3 bottles of water as opposed to 1 bottle of water. They're like 10 pesos each. You know, let's connect. Let's all get along. And again, if you fall into the category of low self-esteem, or you've been lied to, deceived, don't give up. Just keep searching for that right one. She's out there. Don't let age be a hindrance. Don't let body weight be a hindrance. Just remember, self-care. Self-care will get you there. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot.